like to look at titties, but like,
yeah,
I'm never gonna be mad at seeing
appreciate
it. Like if I see a titty, I'm like, it's titty. But ass
will make me change my life.
facts.
Ass can save the world.
You ever see an ass almost make you crash?
Facts.
Oh yes.
Especially like when you know it could possibly not be real, but it is.
Right. I don't care personally if it. Like, there's some girls with ass that don't look like it fit well with them, but like I imagine if it did, and I'm like, damn, that's some ass.
Yeah.
I don't even want to fuck. I just want like,
especially like those white girls that be having huge asses.
You said white girls?
jungle fever.
Yeah.
No. First of all, no. It doesn't matter what race.
It's like an anomaly.
You can't hide jungle fever.
Nah, but I do feel like different races add their own flavor to
Yes.
asses for sure.
I will say underappreciated beauty is Indian beauty. Indian beauty is underappreciated.
Yeah, and Arab.
Facts.
Wait,
It's-
please don't tell me.
No, it's not. It's
Hold
not.
on.
No,
Okay.
it's not. It is, but it's not.
Okay.
It is, but it's not.
Why does that record button look red?
Because it's recording.
Yikes. I don't like that. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. All right.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's the beauty of podcast.
Ah.
That's the beauty of it.
What do we learn from this? All women are beautiful.
Yes.
All women are beautiful.
Wrong? All? Nah.
Hey, look, a dime is different to everybody. I'm never gonna like truly, like I'll be saying like, oh, she ugly, but like she ain't to somebody.
Oh man, some of these chicks just evil.
Okay, but
Evil.
having an ugly personality and just outwardly being ugly are two different things.
Listen, man.
There are plenty of beautiful women that have ugly personalities that just make them like unattractive.
Well,
To you.
character. Character is the most important thing.
Yeah.
She can be fine as hell, right? Walking down the street until she talk. Then she can be ugly as shit after that.
It's true.
So,
I mean, for me, it's all about how they fit. What's the fit look like? What do you not have that they could provide? You don't gotta have character if I got enough character. I'll be a character.
I'll hold the character.
I'll be the character.
the fit though.
But you just gotta have something else. Like it just can't be everything. You know? But you know,
And she got on bobos. Oh man.
hold on 1 second. Let me get my seat adjusted and shit.
let me get my body adjusted. Damn, I'm crooked, straight up, just
Shit, man.
lopsided.
All right.
You look comfortable.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Flex.
Welcome to the DZN Podcast. I am your host today, Dre, and I am here with two guests. Sir.
Oh, I'm returning. I was a part of the Michael Bay is Trash podcast. Yeah, it was a long time ago. So it's Justin, by the way. Justin's back.
Make some noise for Justin right there. Make some noise.
Happy to
Make
be here.
some
Happy to be here.
Hi,
noise.
Justin.
And all right, we have a new guest in the building.
Yo.
State your name and what you do, sir.
My name's Zay. I really don't do anything. I meditate. I sit here. I go in. I learn just the basic human stuff. It's really nothing special going on around here.
Okay. Fair enough. But well, one thing we're going to get into, as always, is the motherfucking music.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm about to put on the beat that I made and created. If y'all want to jump in on this shit,
Oh,
and rap,
I did not know that's how this worked.
let's fucking go.
Aight.
All right.
By the way, I got a call earlier today. It was from Dre. He said I'm coming. Next thing I know, we're recording this podcast. just want everybody to know. Not expecting.
The DZN Podcast is mobile always.
Yeah. Yeah. I caught it. I said I gotta. Yo. I got a call from Jay. He says, hey, I got me a couple 808s, bass. We could make this shit straight. Hey, I said, bring it around.
Pulled up, hey, it's Jay. We in the building with Jay and Zay and Dre. On the beat, we came to play. We had the fun.
Yeah, we came to Zoom, nothing to Zooty. Brain so dumb, I'm stupid. I don't know really what to say. Hey,
it's back to Jay. We came to play. You in the way. Play no games every day.
Hey,
the beat go crazy.
The beat go crazy, but the lyrics really hella lame. I just came in here playing all these games. Guess I'm hella stupid, who's to blame? Mama or my daddy, bitch I roll a fatty. Then I get lucid, just go stupid. I don't even know what to say, but I'm staying. So I'm out here, yeah, I'm super saying, bitch you got it.
DZN Podcast.
Hey,
it's the DZN Podcast.
Yo.
DZN Podcast. It's the DZN Podcast. Drake on the DZN Podcast.
Post
Jay on the DZN Podcast.
Hit that pod. Oh my God.
Shit, DZN Podcast. Break that shit down like that. Break it down like this. Sucking that shit. All these bitches want on this dick. Oh well, I talk my shit every fucking day on the DZN Podcast.
Talk your shit.
Okay, my name is Drake. I'm here two guests in the building all day. DZN Podcast coming out every Monday. Podcast is the best out here. Networking, bitch, we gonna tell y'all that we do this shit like this, like that. Every time you on this shit, it's about to be fucking crack. Because we dope as fuck. Content going up. It's the DZN Podcast.
That was beautiful.
That was not beautiful.
That was amazing. All art is beautiful.
I just ate a lot of rice.
There's still a lot left.
Factor that into it.
But all right, man. That was the intro. That was what we're doing for that.
So we can't redo anything?
No.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to throw another beat and see how you go on that?
No. What if it gets worse? What if it gets worse?
I can't. My bars aren't there.
What if that wasn't even the beat?
That may be true. So, yeah, let's. How y'all doing? First of all, how y'all doing?
Feeling great, man. Well, feeling better than I was yesterday, but it's personal reasons. But we're doing better. We're doing better. We're doing the best we can with the things with the things that I have. I'm doing the best that I can with the things that I have.
Word. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
All right. Well, I'm feeling great, and yeah, that's basically it. I'm feeling motherfucking great in this motherfucking building.
Yo.
And but I will say this: I know I got a long way to go before I get where I really want to be. But if I grind every day and do what I do every day, I will get there. And I know that's a fact because that's what I fucking do, like that. However, questions. I got them. We gonna say them.
All right.
So, I wanted to say something about this earlier, but fuck it. I'll just see how this goes. Voting. Thoughts and opinions about voting.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
I
just got a text from my mom.
Talk about voting.
She was like, "Have you voted yet?" She was like, "We gotta." She was telling me where, because apparently it's been like mad long lines in all these places, and I guess she just knows where there are no lines. She just be hitting me up with these texts. She's like, "If you go there now, there's no line.
There won't be a line." I'm gonna vote. I plan on voting. I think sometime next week. I'm gonna go with my barber. Actually, we're gonna go at the same time.
Where?
Yeah.
So I have not voted yet. I don't know if I'm gonna vote. Actually, I really don't know. I would say to start off for sure, I think that the people that vote you're good for voting. The people that don't vote, y'all got a reason for that. And I understand both sides for real. For me personally, I just haven't thought about it that much because government just doesn't mean a lot to me. It doesn't. Politics is just not it's nowhere near my area. I feel like the way that I navigate through life and the things that I really like think are important in terms of like actual human change and like things really changing. I definitely think that systems, roles like government, they have their place, but that's just not me. It's not in my lane. I feel like real human interactions, real communication, not advertisements, not things you can't trust, looking into somebody's eye. To me, that's just a whole different ball game. I don't I might vote though. My mom has definitely been instilling it in me. And it's like you just have to go for like you just gotta go tick off some things and then
I'll say I guess on mine, I'm voting. But I've ever since I was able to vote, I voted. But that's I guess for me, my parents instilled on me just like understanding not just on the high end government, but just your local government. Just like your governors and judges and things like that. It's just not to really vote for them because again, your vote means a lot, but in the grand scheme of everybody that votes, it kind of doesn't seem like that I'm just one extra person, but that one extra person could make the difference of a person that I want. But I would definitely say, and something I definitely am going to do even more now as I grow older, just do your research on your local government because it may not make a big change on the grand scale, but local government does affect the state government. I'm not state government, the rest of the American government, I guess. It's probably not the best way to word it, but
yeah.
But yeah, I definitely I'm gonna vote.
I feel like that's why like I'm definitely not gonna say anything bold. Like I'm definitely not gonna say voting is bad, voting is good. But I would say I think one of the biggest enemies right now for at least America, because I haven't been out the country yet. I really want to leave the country just to see what's out there, but I have not made it around to I haven't made it around to doing that yet. But I think one of the biggest things we face is cynicism. Like, what do we do with cynicism? What do we do with like just a lack of trust? And I feel like, oh, this is hard. This is the words are coming, but they're not coming fast enough. What do we do with like just so many people just doubting everything, like doubting all the information that they get, and it's like a lot of the information, like it should be doubted, but I also feel like we get information that makes us doubt other things even more, like social media, like the things that we see on it, the images that are like, just in the memes and all the main messages, it just promotes more cynicism, more doubt, more just like.
Yeah, it's like I understand that because it's like if you can't trust your government and they're supposed to protect you, who do you trust? Especially with everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
But that's with the current government that we have now. And I think that's, I guess, with a lot of the political advertisements and things like that, I'll say personally that a lot of them just, to me at least, seem like kindergarten, like preschool, presidential, like your class presidents and stuff like that. There's
I'll fix the water fountain.
Yeah. No, like for real, like there's Timmy did this yesterday. He vandalized the wall. You don't want a person that vandalizes the wall. It's like there's no real like.
And it's also like it's just nothing in politics, nothing in the media, nothing in the news reflects my situation at all. Like I do not see like none of it shows it. Like the friends that I have, the people that I be around, the things that we talk about, and I do have a lot of like real discussions. Like it has nothing to do with anything they're talking about in politics. And it's like the things that people are struggling with, like I don't see any. That's why I'm saying it just feels like it's in a whole different lane to me. It feels like my sister is mad into all of this stuff, like social justice, all of that stuff. So she just kind of my excuse. I'm like, one side of me is taking care of all of this. Yeah. So I'm gonna handle my stuff.
But I'll put it this way: it isn't a problem until it becomes a problem. But the question is, I guess, is the problem going to be? Well, I guess till you make it a problem, but at the same time, it's like, for me, it sounds like it's like out of sight, out of mind. It hasn't affected my immediate life, so I don't care. And I'm not trying to say that to put words in your mouth or anything, but it just, to me, that's what it sounds like. I guess for me, is similar to chess. You got to think 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. Yeah, it doesn't affect me now, but I gotta.
So what are the things? What are the things that that you feel like voting is gonna change? Like, what are you voting for? At least the issues, not like how are you actually voting? No, what are the issues that you're voting for that you actually are passionate about?
I'll say for me, I'm voting for a voice, and I'm voting for a black voice. And again, I'm not an expert on anything political or anything like that, but I'd say from my perspective, from what I've seen and what I've experienced directly and indirectly, hasn't been the best.
A black voice, what do you mean? A black voice for who to hear?
I see where you're coming from. I would say for me, it's.
This nigga about to take his vote out.
No. I'm still gonna vote. I'm still gonna vote.
My vote back.
I need it.
I want it back.
It didn't count. It
You
didn't
lied.
count. No, I believe for me that you're voting. I believe that I could be that one extra person that makes the person I want to vote for win. Not that it really makes a difference, but that's just.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, what are the issues though? Like, to me, man, and I just know that, like, if my sister heard this and heard me talking this reckless, it's gonna be so
and that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, like. But again, though, you need. I'm not that person to do, because again, similar to you, I'm not too. I have my eye on it. And I'm listening to the things that are going on, but I'm not necessarily directly looking at everything that's happening. So I couldn't.
Yeah, see,
on the spot, I couldn't pinpoint any direct reason of why I was voting besides not wanting Trump to be there. Like that's yeah.
So we talk about Trump. I don't have anything to say about.
I ain't got nothing good to say about him.
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna speak.
What was it that you just said that affected me? I don't know, but I know that what I was gonna say was along the lines of, like, I do feel like things need to happen for people in America to change, and just for people in general to change. Like, just for us to take the next steps into enlightenment and just being more whole as beings. And to me, just what's real is what I actually see and actually hear, like in just the being with people who are actually in pain about situations like anxieties and like mental health, just like things that they go through, that America doesn't really have an answer for, because the answer for them wouldn't really benefit America, right? Like, there's a lot of things you can get into, but yeah, it's just so real. Like, I talk to so many people who deal with kind of the same problems about cynicism, anxiety, just like not feeling like enough, just not feeling like enough. And to me, it's like, those are the issues that I feel passionate about. And I don't know, maybe, and that's the thing, is that maybe it is that there are some serious local politicians who are like, yo, mental health is a real issue. And I'm just over here like, voted, blah, 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 whatever. Right. And they could actually be like on my side and talk. And I wouldn't know. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. I'm saying I'm happy with myself. I'm not guilty. I don't feel guilty.
No, yeah. And that's what I'm saying on my end. I'm not going to be pissed at you if you don't vote. I'm not going to be like beat you over like, oh, why didn't you vote? Da, 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 da. Because at the end of the day, we still voting regardless. Like, it'd be different if nobody was voting, or if like everybody was voting. But again, as you said, the decision is always yours. I'm gonna vote because I personally believe, from one, my limited but growing knowledge about politics, that the people that I'm voting for are trying to make a change, not only for the minority, but just for everybody. You can't say
Maybe.
that Obama's run didn't benefit everybody, because it did. People just
Did it?
I'd say yes.
I'll put it to you this way: if it did, then Trump wouldn't have got in there.
That's not true, because Trump is an embodiment. I'm not gonna go down that road. I'm not gonna go there.
Talk your
Nah,
shit.
nah. But it has nothing to do with that, because at the end of the day, that has everything to do with the electoral college and things like that. And it's just there's levels to the shit. There's literally levels to the shit, and it's one of those things where there's so many ways you could cut the pie. As far as my vote really doesn't make a difference, and Trump's original election is a prime example of that. Hillary won the primary. The people, she was the people's champ, and still didn't get elected. So it's like, how? It's like, to go down that road again. It's like, why will we do it again? And it's like, you could almost see it as the definition of insanity, but
Because it is.
to a certain extent, yes. But at the same time, Obama did get elected.
True.
So you can't. And okay, for instance,
All right, I got a question.
Okay.
What do you think is really changing about humanity? Like in these past couple,
in the grand
100
scheme of
years.
things, not much, because we won't see a lot of the change that is about to happen. It's like, and again, this goes back to the conversation we had originally. There, for instance, protesting. You see what I'm saying? We've been protesting for a long time, but you can't deny that change hasn't been happening. It takes a while. It takes a really long time, and we get tired. We get really, really, really tired. But at the same time, there was people that stood in line so we can stand in line. There was people who took those lumps so we can take those lumps. We're not experiencing things nowhere close to what they had to experience. But at the same time, you can't deny the fact that change is happening.
Yeah, I would say though, like even as we started to move away from slavery and as we're being less racist, as I'm putting in air quotes, not because I feel like I have an opinion about it, just because I don't know. I don't know. But I would say, like, do you think our minds are changing? Are our minds changing, do you think? Like, are we evolving as a species? Like, is it that we ended slavery because we're starting to see the good in like just the life, like seeing ourselves and other people? Like the white man is starting to see that black people are just skin and black people I see, or is it that we're just still caught up in like the ego's game? Like we're always, it became convenient for slaves to be free.
I would go that route, but I wouldn't go fully there. I would say, back to something I say all the time, humans are inherently selfish. In slavery, there's no way I can really say it without it sounding bad. Slaves are always going to be around. There's going to be one person, for as long as we live, there's going to be somebody underneath somebody else. That's the way of the world. If you conquer something.
But I feel like there is a way to free yourself from mental slavery. And to me, freedom from mental slavery is freedom from slavery. And so I guess what I'm saying is, do you think that we've started to move towards freedom from mental slavery?
I'd say that's selective. That depends on where you go.
In America.
Well, again, that just depends on where you go. You can go to the
So
south.
I'm saying like as a collection, like
as a group.
you think we're
No.
generally
No.
no? You think we're going backwards or we're just staying the same?
I'd say we're moving forwards, but it's a snail's pace. There's but again, that's where it goes to show too, though. We are moving. We just won't see the change, and we have to accept that we won't see the change because
I guess
our parents didn't see the change until now. You see what I'm saying? Our great grandparents and our grandparents, our great grandparents, our great great grandparents didn't see the change in their generation. My great grandmother, if she was still alive today, God rest her soul, she would be like, "Damn, the things that we're allowed to have now, you would dream of back then." So, yeah, things.
You said we didn't
changing.
already have it.
But what about the things we're allowed to be?
We didn't. That's obvious. We didn't have it.
Well, what? Just asking.
We could literally go back to Jim Crow. There was literally
we could date white girls.
Yeah,
we out here.
No, but for real though, it's just like there's so many things.
Can I just get an example right quick?
I would say voting. We used to not be able to vote. For real.
Is that to our detriment or to our come up?
I would say it's to our come up, but I could see how you could phrase it as it would be to our detriment because technically we're just another vote and we're just another person that's marked down and cataloged and seen as this person. But to the other side of it,
I thought I was outside of the microphone. I was not. That was loud.
To the other side of it, I think voting still is a mark. It's a sign to fight against the machine that is. But
this is where I do think that voting can be dangerous, and I do still stick by my statement that if you are voting, go ahead. I don't even want to add any like doubt or just like anything into your mind. And like, if you're not voting, do your thing. But it's like, I guess I do have a problem with people getting their identity from their vote. Like they put in a vote and they think that they are shifting a system. So it's almost like they think that the system is them. And as fast as the system moves is how fast they think they move. And that's almost where I think that people are saying like, we're moving at a snail's pace towards enlightenment. I would say that you get that from identifying with, your vote in the system that you're in, the way that it's moving. Because, our system is moving at a snail's pace. Because why would it be moving fast?
Right.
Like,
There's
the
no
people
reason,
but again, why would it be moving fast?
That goes back to what I was saying before, though, about the people in power.
I just want to say, like, if people disidentified with the system, like, still casting your vote, still understand that it's, it's there and it could be manipulated, whatever. Right. But when you disidentify, I feel like that's when you understand that it's not moving it's moving at whatever pace you want to move at because it is you, like.
Right, but that I see that. I see where you're coming from, but I see that more as like individuality versus a collective. Now, it's always harder to gauge a collective because society. You see what I'm saying? Society is.
What do you mean gauge a collective?
Individually, you can see yourself as free, but you're still a part of a group.
Are you really, though? Are you really? Are you really?
Yes and no. I see where you can say you're not, but you are.
I would say you definitely benefit from, the title of American, right? You got a visa, you got your license, you can go around, police pull you over, they're not going to arrest you on the spot. Like, in that way, you could say you're part of a group, as in, like, the things that you have. But it's like, are you really ever part of a group? Like, I don't know. I almost feel like unless that group is speaking to your core, you shouldn't really let yourself identify as part of that group. Like, unless that group is like, it was help, like you you were there when it started and you know what it's really, really about and you have faith in it, like you trust in it.
But that's why it's always weird. That's why I say it's the collective, because and that's even with your friends. You and your friends don't agree on everything, but
we're not in a group. We just friends.
Right, but that friendship is a group. Still, we just call that group friendship. It's still identified as something.
All right. So what are you saying when you say gauge a group? Because maybe.
So, for instance, we identify as American and Indian and Japanese and things like that. That's our race, right? But what are you gonna say? Like, I'm not. I'm just myself.
Yeah. That
still doesn't change the fact that you're black.
I guess what I'm saying is that the danger is saying like I'm American and subconsciously saying like my morals are at one with the American system. Like I'm only as enlightened as they say. Americans look.
I've never said that. I've always stated just do what you want to do. Just don't make a difference to me. What I'm saying is, for me, not even you have like for voting, you're an American.
But how many Americans do what they want to do?
That's selective.
To me, the people that I'm around, that's why I'm saying that like it's only real for the people that I'm around.
Right.
It's hard to do what you really want to do. It's hard to get yourself to a place where you're doing what you really want to do.
Okay, but do you think that the government hinders you or helps you in that sense?
Thinking that the government could help you hinders you.
But that's about thinking about yourself, though. What about everybody else? As the collective.
I mean, yeah, that's true. As the
collective.
And I do think there has to be somebody to lead the sheep. I do always feel like that. And I'm not saying, I am a sheep.
But to go back to your original statement, what about the people that were a part of the originators of the group and saw and
they should definitely vote.
Right. No, but what I'm saying is, anytime you make a decision as an individual, you've already justified it in your head. When you tell other people about it, you just want their approval. And if they don't approve of it, you still do it. You just don't do it when anybody's around. Same thing goes with this. For people that were in groups, it may not be going in the direction that they originally intended, but it's still reaching the destination that they want. So they are content, or they're willing to compromise to get to that destination. The journey is always going to be weird. Crazy. Yeah, it's always going to be crazy. But at the end of the day, you may not do it the right way, but if we still end at the destination we're trying to get to, then I'm okay with that.
But I feel like that's what I'm saying. So what do you think is the destination we're trying to get to?
I personally, I want to say peace, but that's we're far from peace.
See, I don't know.
We're far from peace. We're way too far from peace. But I feel like the direction that we're in now isn't helping us.
I think what we're trying to get to is unity.
Yeah, but isn't peace and unity more or less the same thing?
I think you can have peace with unity.
Yeah,
but I don't think. I guess I feel like if your goal is unity, it would just be a different path that you would take than if. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I guess the argument that I first had when you said peace, I was like, yeah, but you could do some crazy things for peace. Like you could do some messed up things for peace.
And people have done crazy things for peace. Mm-hmm. Think about how many movies that we see where people are like, you're stuck in this system, and if you just were to see it, but let me put you in a situation. How many movies where it's like you have people trying to end the world so they can realize that if everybody sticks together, they'll have unity in that peace.
Yeah, or just killing a couple million people because they aren't about their vision.
Right.
They no snap.
But that's what I'm saying. The sacrifices you make for the destination that you're trying to get to.
Yeah, but we're talking about what is the destination we're trying to get to. I guess I would feel like the destination has to be enlightenment, like true oneness with your inner, like your deepest being.
Okay, but what are you as an individual willing to do to get to that enlightenment?
Are you talking about? Are you asking me, or are you saying like
what are you as an individual okay, let's hypothetical. You knew how to get there, and you tried to teach other people to get there, but they just didn't understand it. But they were headed in the right direction. Would you continue to let them go down the path they're going because they would get there eventually? Or would you tell them that they're wrong?
I mean, I feel like you really just can't really know where people are on their path. Like you can't add. I mean, you could answer questions pretty much. That's all you could do. If people ask questions, you could answer their questions, and that's like
right. But again, as I said before, to go back to that though is the collective to me. The collective to me is individuals that have a destination. They're just going through the journey. And we only see the journey.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like voting, like identifying with America, whatever. To me, it's having a false destination and a false pace of how fast you're actually going to it. Because you just said you feel like we're moving at a snail's pace towards enlightenment, which really, like I feel like that doesn't make any sense.
We're moving at a snail's pace to peace. Enlightenment you can find on your own. Enlightenment is individual.
But even peace, like so many people are anxious, and it's like I feel like a lot of the narratives in America just feed that.
But that's human nature. It's human.
Yeah, because America told you it was human nature. It's not human nature to be anxious.
Right.
I don't think.
Right. But again, that's as I said before. That's your mindset of it. Your mindset isn't everybody's mindset. Yeah. But you have a group of people that agree with you with that mindset. And even if you don't agree with them, you still respect them enough to rock with them.
Yeah, no, I respect everybody. There really is nobody that I don't like. Even if we start talking about Trump, like my family be getting mad at me because I don't hate this man. Like I really don't. Like
right, but again,
he's done some, I guess, bad things. But I just think
right, but
the thing to hate is the mindset and the systems that put him into power, because those are what's real. And he's gonna die. He's gonna turn into dirt like the rest of us. But
right, but what I'm saying is his decisions, they haven't affected you immediately.
But I still wouldn't hate him if they have, because there are people whose decisions have affected me immediately.
Right, but that's how you react. But how you react isn't how everybody reacts. That's not society. That's not anything like that. That's just you.
That's a fact. We only on the first question.
Yeah, we on the
yeah.
We'll be on this way.
Drake, you help us out, bro.
Yeah, we can go down. This is a rabbit hole. And I'll put it this way just
round it off right quick.
Round it off real quick. If you vote, dope. If you don't vote,
because by the way,
cool.
I still haven't gave my response yet.
Yeah, I was about to say you haven't. We just been going.
See, I don't even know how this works. I don't even know if you talk. I was like, Drake kind of solid over there.
Drake talk. Drake talk. This is Drake. This is the DZN Podcast.
Enlighten us, Drake.
No, but before I get to my decision, well, I'm just saying right now, I'm not gonna vote ever again. But to the conversation me and you just initially had in the room over there, like a month ago. About a month ago. I made an episode about it. I don't know nothing.
Sure.
Shout out to you, sir.
Sure.
Because once you said, I forgot exactly what you said.
Oh, I remember what I said. I was like, and I the way I'm gonna say, I don't mean it in an attacking way. Who were you to say who are you to justify somebody else's reason for existence? It was something along the lines of that.
But it was another point you had that really stuck with me is even though you read all those and look up all the information, what's to say that that's not the truth or that is the truth?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because we were talking because we were talking about. I guess this is a good time to switch topics into something slightly different. Just education as a whole. The things that we're taught is what we're taught, but we have to find out things on our own. And we have to learn things on our own. But who's to say the books that we're reading and things like that were written by other people, but it's their own interpretations of what they think is reality or what they justify existence to be.
That's why it's all about how it applies to you.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Who's to say they are right?
You're intervening.
Right, but that's a slippery slope because there's a lot of people that have written a lot of books about a lot of different things that people that have read them is like, yes, this is why I justify existing. There's a lot of people that were Confederates that wrote a lot of books to justify why we need to keep slaves. Mm-hmm. So are you supposed to say that they're wrong?
There's also a book about white slaves too.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So it's a slippery slope because you're getting into an avenue that literally is right and wrong. There's in my heart of hearts, and y'all can.
Do you think Logic's ever gonna make a song called White Slaves?
Well, because he's on the line.
It's only about
Black again, white again. Came back with the white slavery.
White
cornrows like I'm Iverson. No, I don't think there's no such thing as real like wrong.
Because yes, there is.
No, like okay, there's like killing a person is wrong. And
see, like I don't know about that. I don't know about killing a person, but I feel like
it's wrong to somebody.
You feel pain, so that to me is like wrong.
Right,
like everybody agrees that pain sucks, so that's like a wrong that we all.
Depends who. But I was about to say some people like pain. Some people love. Think about it like this. There's people that just love
I would say
being different. That just love spiting. They just love.
I would say everybody agrees bad is bad and good is good, right? Well, so even if people like but this is what I'm saying though. Even if people like pain, they would say pain is good, not pain is bad, and I like bad. Like they would say pain is good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yes, but again, it goes back to what I said before, as far as. There's no such because as I said before, you as an individual, the decisions that you make, you already justify them in your head. The only reason you ask other people is for their approval. And if they don't agree with you, you will still do it. You just won't do it when anyone's around. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So whatever that thing is, it's like cool. But for me as an individual, it's like at the end of the day, you still do it. Whatever guilt you have to live with that. That's not.
So you don't think that we could ever have just a system, America, or I don't know, maybe America will be gone by then. Just like a group of people, a big group of people, where everybody is happy. Maybe not even happy. Everybody feels fulfilled. Nobody feels like they're missing something. Nobody feels like they have to.
No.
Do you think that's possible?
No. And the only reason it's not possible is because...
You say it's not possible.
No. I feel that everybody's saying, what about me?
But you don't think that we could ever get to a point where it's like, I got you, I got you, and I got you? Because at the core, it's all the same.
Right, but that's, again, that goes in perspective and perception. What does I got me mean? I'll give you a perfect example. I'd say, I don't think it's a perfect example. I'll give you a relatively decent example. Air conditioning. Mm-hmm. Let's say you like air conditioning at 45. I like it. at 75.
Okay.
Well, common sense would say, all right, put it like 60.
Maybe.
But would you be happy with 60?
But I
no,
would say
because you like 45. Would I be
say
happy with 60? No, because I like 70. But we would compromise at 60 because, or like not 60.
or
obviously.
you could just keep a heater in your room, or I keep it, whoever had
right.
that.
But that's what I'm saying. Not everybody thinks that way.
Yeah, I feel like everybody does think that way. It's just not everybody has seen that that's a way that you can think, I guess.
Not everybody has accepted that that's a way you can think. And at the same time, you got to remember, people are still privileged.
So you saying that we're all moving towards a destination. What are we moving towards if you don't think that we could all even reach a state where everybody feels like
I personally want to say we're moving to a place of peace. I want to say that. Do I know the actual direction that we're going? Hell no.
Like peace for the majority or peace for the whole?
Huh?
Peace for the majority or peace for the whole? Because if you have peace for the majority, they're gonna keep voting for the same things.
Oh, well, yeah, that's how. And Chris Rock said something about it. Dang, because he was like, it was like a senator in Kentucky is the richest senator. Is richer than everybody in Kentucky, and like Kentucky's dirt poor. Damn. But they voted. They voted for. No, right, but they voted for him for the last 30 years. Wow. Let that sink in. So it's like
he good.
Right, he's good, but he doesn't care about everybody else because again, I'm good. Why do I have to care about anybody else?
But you do.
You're supposed to, but you're supposed to according to who though?
But see, I think anytime you trace back to people who don't care, I think it is always traced down to some sort of disillusionment at some point. Like it wasn't a natural process of the human growth. Like I don't think people just.
What is
maybe they're psychopath.
Yeah.
So what's the natural process for human growth? I would say. So like, are you talking in a whole lifetime?
Yeah. What's your definition of the natural process of human growth?
I mean, I think humans are adaptive creatures. And so as various problems come up,
we learn to adapt.
Yeah, we learn to adapt. But I think we also have innate connection to the whole, to the earth, to other people, to everything. So I think we have innate empathy that at the core, we see ourselves in other people. And I think that when you start messing with that and like disillusioning and saying like, oh no, only you are you, like you, that's a whole unique experience, and like what you do can make you special or whatever. I think that's a disillusionment. But I think the natural process is to, I think, just understand your being, like understand like what kind of life you live where you're not constantly fearing death, you're not constantly questioning everything. You're just in a place where you're just in appreciation. I think the human process steers towards appreciation.
Yeah, but people appreciate stuff all the time.
Well, I'm not saying that people are going through the natural process. I do not think humans in America are going through the natural process.
That's because they watch TV all day.
Huh?
That's because they watch TV all day.
TV is definitely part of it.
Media and TV tell you what to think, how to feel, and what you think you're supposed to do in life.
And I'll definitely wholeheartedly agree with you there. That's why I don't really get on social media. And you know that too. I don't really get on social media unless it's to promote something that I individually feel like is good. But I don't really get on social media for what? To post something. Rhapsody said something a long time ago that
Rhapsody stays saying
but she said something to me. Well, she didn't say something to me, but I felt like she spoke to me.
She said something to all of us.
She said something to all of us, but it was in the song. She was like, why do we, and I'm paraphrasing, why do we post everything we post? Because where I'm from, you're not supposed to post stuff you ain't supposed to be doing. Not everybody's supposed to know your business. Not everybody's supposed
asking myself the same.
Yeah, not everybody's supposed to know your business. Why do people
on yourself like
right,
that?
Right. Why do people post? And again, I catch myself in those moments. So it's like, but why do I need to post that? Nobody cares.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna start doing it so I can get more fans and engagement. Not fans, but so I can get more engagement for business. That's why I'm gonna start doing it more.
But that makes sense because that is promoting yourself. But again, why would you post yourself eating a sandwich? Why would you post yourself eating ice cream? Why would you post yourself?
Some niggas like looking at niggas eating sandwiches and ice cream.
And but what I'm saying,
that's still promotion as well.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
and
to even promoting yourself doing illegal activity. Some people
that's stupid.
Right. That's stupid. But people still do it, and it's like, why? Because they need to see.
And they love. People love watching that shit though.
Yes, they eat it. They eat it up. But it's just like,
post. I haven't posted in a while. I'm gonna get back to posting. And honestly, why I stopped posting is probably not the reason people would expect. But my girlfriend posts a lot, and she has.
Why did you stop posting? If you don't mind me asking.
Whoa. We gonna come back to that. I'm gonna finish what I was saying first.
Gotcha.
My girlfriend, she be posting a lot, and she just has a community of people who actually, I would say in quotes, actually care about what she posts. And I could see how it just feels good, you know, like you posting things, like people hyping you up, like it's good, like it's nothing's bad about it unless you really don't know yourself. And I feel like a lot of people don't know themselves, and so they subconsciously define themselves as the things that people show them as.
I'll say, want to slightly add to that. A lot of people, at least for me, for a time, I would literally only post around my birthday and things like that, just to let people know I was still alive. Just like, because some people, that's the only way you communicate with people. That's the only way. It's like some people, they don't care about what you doing. Yeah. They just like, oh, you still alive? Cool. That's something else I don't have to worry about, because again, there are some people out there that really don't care what you're doing, but you're on their mental and they want to make sure you're good. Oh, okay, he posted. It doesn't matter what he posted. As long as I see that post, I know he's okay. Some people think like that, or I know she's okay, or I know they're okay. Some people think like that. Some people, again, like you, post to promote yourself and to promote your brand and to promote what you believe in. That is not wrong. I don't think any of that is wrong. Yeah. I just don't post anymore. I don't post as much as I used to post because I really, like, mentally, it used to eat me alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer that question then. Why did I stop posting? And I think the short answer is that I deeply felt the disconnect between the person I was posting as and the person that I actually was. And it got to the point where
it's fake.
I couldn't ignore it. I was closing my eyes as hard as I could.
Yeah. And it was you would post something like, you would post it and you would look at it later like, this ain't me.
Yeah.
this is not. And I used to do the same thing too. I used to talk. I used to spit games, but
for me, that's what sent me on because it was like I did like the recognition from posting, you know, like
it feels good. It's good. It feels good to have fans.
Yeah, for real. And so I wanted to get back to a point where I could post genuinely, like from who I was, and not feel anxious, not be looking at like who's looking at my post, like not be looking at. I wanted to get to a real point. Like it's not that I just renounced all social media, but I think that sent me on a. Oh my gosh, yo, my roommate is crazy. She really just stopping this whole cinematic experience. I can't even tell you what she was. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna let y'all talk for a second.
I'll say for me, it's I don't care. If you don't care what people think, why do you need to post? If you don't care. At the same time, you could also say from the other perspective, that's why I need to post, because I don't care. I don't care what people think. Some people post to be rebellious. Some people post to just be cool. But at the end of the day, you still post, and people are still seeing it. You still getting views, all that stuff. But people get sucked. People get sucked into it. I've watched I've seen a lot of people I've been close to. I've seen it eat them alive. I need to make this post. I need to do this because these people are expecting it from me. And it's like, no, they're not. You have that expectation for yourself, but they don't care because it is only for a moment. That post only lasts a moment. Then tomorrow it's going to be something else, and tomorrow it's going to be something else. That's why legacies are always interesting to me because I think of posts as art. Some posts last longer than others because some people deem them as important, but everything you post technically is important. If you posted it for a reason. And it has your own version of importance for it. So why would you take that down? Oh, I take it down because it didn't get a lot of views. It didn't get a lot of likes. It didn't get a lot of this, that, the third. Mm-hmm. But it's like, so what? So what? It's that's not who I am anymore, but that's who you were. And it's nice to go back and reflect. It's nice to go back to look at a post. It's like, I really said that? Or really that don't. And again, people
and that's deep also. Like understand that at the moment you had your reasons. That's a hard thing to accept because like that's something I definitely struggle with. Like just cringing at things that I did in the past, just thinking like I was so bad or I was so this, I was so that. But at the moment, I had my reasons, yo. Like I always, and you always had your reasons, and all those reasons always stem from love,
right? And that's what I'm saying. Why would you take it down if? And that's why I don't really, one, I don't care, but two, I don't take a lot of stuff down because it's just like, if I posted it, it was for a reason. Whatever reason that was. Now, I'm not going to say that's for everything. There's some stuff I take down because it's like, oh, that probably wasn't the best thing to post. But in that moment, again, as you said, in that moment, it's like, it's justifiable. It's like, yeah, I did it. It wasn't the best, but I still did it. Also, I will say, posting takes away from the original experience. I personally believe that. The last thing I recorded a lot of was a 2 Chainz concert. And I look back at that concert all the time and I'm like, why did I record that concert? I missed the whole concert.
Looking at my screen.
Trying to post it.
He was right there.
Mr. 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz was in a wheelchair, and I could practically touch that man. It was back when he broke his leg mid-tour.
Dang.
And he was in a wheelchair. With the gold rims.
He had a pink
and the baddie and the nurse that was behind. There was a nurse that was
gold rims on a wheelchair.
Yes,
and I bet you the nurse was thick too. Oh my god.
It was, baby, I'm sorry. Y'all, it was
that
actually reminds me. Huh?
She was probably wide in the wheelchair.
That's not important. That's not
not what we're talking about.
The important, but
Dre sabotaged his own podcast.
But was she thick? 2 C's? No, but for it's just like I look back at that all the time. It's like why did I post that? But I posted it because it was dope.
It was lit. Speaking of lit concerts,
it was dope.
I went to this Waka Flocka concert.
Waka Flocka's concerts are always amazing.
It was so crazy. All right, so it was in it was like one of those college campus concerts, right?
It's back when you were in Atlanta?
Nah, he came to UNC, Chapel Hill. Yep.
Wow.
When my sister was going there, she invited me. I was like, Waka? As in Flocka? Yo. I went, I vividly remember this because this was like one of the funniest things I ever saw. So I didn't know Waka Flocka was so healthy.
Yeah, his
vegan. Skin was glowing. This man was speaking facts. Like, I didn't know he was so healthy.
He's in the stocks and everything. Like, he does not play.
Stonks, Like, he was really spinning some facts. Like, you would not tell from his music, but he was like, in the middle of his songs, he would just be like, be healthy, drink water. So at one point, so he pulls out a case of water bottles. This is like one of those 24 packs or 40 packs. No. This man goes from the back of the stage, picks up the case, runs and throws the entire case filled with all of the water bottles into the crowd, and it lands on this girl, and she just crumples, like she just falls. Like Waka got her, like he said, she died. Like I was just there watching the whole thing in slow motion, and it was surreal because it was so waka flocka. Like I was like, I was waiting for this. This concert didn't feel right until this happened.
I'll give you a similar situation because it happened at the 2 Chainz concert. So 2 Chainz is going back and forth in a wheelchair, and he sees a person with a crutch, and it's like, "Yo, is that a crutch? Yeah. Hey, let me see your crutch. Bring your crutch up."
And so ask him for his crutch.
He handed him. They brought it all the way to the front of the crowd, and he stands up on his crutch. And that's why I've never. 2 Chainz is tall.
Really?
Yes.
He's like 6'4".
That man is 6. 2 Chainz 6'4" is different than a lot. I've seen a lot of men that are 6'4".
He might be taller than that. I don't know.
He was like, "Damn, you short, bro. Let me gotta adjust it." He adjusted and performed the rest of that concert.
He left
with
the gold rimmed wheelchair
with the crutch.
Wow,
that is hard. And you know what he did? He threw the crutch back in the crowd, and it's
like a spear.
He signed the crutch like, "Hey, here's your crutch back."
My eye.
And the whole time they had the crutch, they had the dude who had the crutch in the crowd like,
said, "My other leg." 2 Chainz. That sound like a 2 Chainz concert too.
Yo, and the whole time he was like, make sure, the whole time after the concert, he's like, make sure y'all get y'all education. Make sure y'all graduate.
That's
He's like, because he's like, graduation is hard. That's hard. Like, that's dope. And it's
see, to me, Flocka throwing the water into the crowd, 2 Chainz using a crutch like that and just spearing it back. To me, that's so much more important than politics. I feel like he changed some people's lives, yo. Some people left enlightened. It was like, I understand now.
But to throw that into politics, that's because we gathered something from that. Some people feel that way the same way about politics. Some people, you could say some people went to a Trump rally, and when he was like, "I feel like I can kiss you," and they're like, he almost did it. Knowing damn well he was nowhere close to doing it. But people feel that.
I will say also though, I have yet to talk to a Trump supporter and actually have a real deep conversation with them. Like, and I'm not even saying this is what I feel like this is how all Trump supporters are, but I've only really talked to 2 people who are Trump supporters, and they were so clearly just trying to argue, like not really even trying to learn any or like talk about anything. They were just trying to like they're just saying dumb shit, and we were just like going in circles or whatever. But I do want to talk to somebody who's like really reasonable, because I know they're out there. I know that I was watching this video and they were talking about the fact that there are red states and blue states. And like, what does it mean that there are actually whole states that almost never...
It's Bloods and Crips. It's different.
Wait,
The whole America has been Blood and Crip for a long time.
But she was talking about how there are some states that just never waver, and she was saying that it was pretty much how you grow up. Like, if you grow up in a city, you're going to have a different experience than if you grow up around trees, around like the farms and like the country or whatever. And that's just, it is what it is. And so like, I feel like everybody has to know, like, you know, you grew up in a certain place, your environment is what is making you.
So it's like, oh, that's what you are.
Like, I hate to see people who are like, I hate Trump. He's like, blah, 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 blah. But then when you really start getting into like a deep conversation, it's like,
they just hate
you
Trump.
Just hate what you see on the news.
It's surface level hate.
Yeah.
Nah, it's for me, it's not even stemming down that. I just think that I personally think that the whole red state, blue state thing is dumb, because it's just identifying yourself to one group. And a lot of times, at least from the conversations that I've had, nobody completely is red or nobody completely is blue. Mm-hmm. And this is why America is a hybrid capitalist, because it's not, we don't want all of the blue and we don't want all of the red. Right now, it's like they're trying to force all of the blue, but it's like there are even Republicans that don't even agree. You see what I'm saying with everything that's going on. So are you gonna denounce them of being Republican? No, they're just a Republican that disagrees with a Republican. If I'm a black man and I disagree with you, I'm a black man that disagrees with a black man. Does that mean I don't like you? No.
Does that mean you're not black?
No.
Look at you. Look at you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like.
Well, technically, none of us are black, but we'll say that for another day.
Yes, that is a deeper conversation, and we go back and forth with that all the time. I wholeheartedly agree with you from that definition. Yes, we are African American.
I'm pretty dark.
Still labeled.
That's another conversation. We're gonna have another day, but no, we're not African American.
Yes, Dre, I know.
We don't have to have this conversation.
And that
One day.
that gets into the conversation slightly, but justifying your existence. That's where that gets into justifying your existence.
I feel like we're kind of close to that topic. All right, how many questions are there? How do you pace these things? Or you just kind of
we
Pretty much no. Let's go with the shits, man.
what's the next one before we get too deep?
We like sports, right?
Oh,
I don't actually. I don't watch sports. I play sports. I don't watch sports. We could talk about it though.
Okay, I'm kind of with you a little bit, but let's turn this.
Like I'm not gonna know the names of anybody besides like LeBron.
All right. Oh, speaking of LeBron.
Hey,
LeBron.
I am personally not a LeBron fan, but I do respect that he did bring the Lakers a championship, even though I didn't want him in LA.
What's that pizza?
He didn't have a choice. Yeah. He didn't have a choice this year. All the shit. It was so. I'm good right now. I'll probably get to it later. But he didn't have a choice this year, man.
No, he had to. It was mandatory.
But still, it was easy.
Yeah,
It got too easy.
This is LeBron's easiest championship he's ever had,
and he's not going to get credit for it either because it was so easy.
Yeah. Well, yes and no.
They're not. They're going to put it to you like, oh, the cakewalk. That almost wasn't a cakewalk.
That's yours.
That's basically what they're going to talk about.
I'll say this. This doesn't do anything for this championship doesn't do anything for his legacy.
It solidifies his top 10 placement.
Yeah, but that was already solidified.
Some people will say different.
Well,
okay, top 5 placement, maybe it might solidify the top 5.
Yeah, but again, here's the thing. And this is the way I see it. If you take a test, all right, one person gets a 6 out of 6, the other person gets a 5 out of 7, and you get a 4 out of 10. Is that a good grade to you?
Yeah, 4 out of 10? Fuck no, that's a 40.
Yeah. Out of the only person to go to the finals as many times as LeBron is Bill Russell. But Bill Russell
has
is
11 championships.
11 out of the 12.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
11 out of the 12. That's 90. Yep. LeBron has been to the finals 10 times.
40.
And has lost 4.
40.
I mean, and is won 4.
40.
That's 40. So not to take away from, but that is a factor. But at the same time, we can't just talk about championships. Anybody can talk about championships. It's all because J.R. Smith got 2 rings. Swaggy P got a ring. All right, like Bob Cousy got 10, 11 of them things.
I'm gonna cut you off because even though you said it's true not to just talk about championships, depends on who you comparing that person to. Now everybody trying to compare him to Michael Jordan. That's when you got to bring him up because he was so great compared to LeBron and compared to a lot of players. He was so great and he never lost when he went to his finals, even though before he got there he had some trouble.
He struggled if I'll put it this way, if Mike went to the finals, he was winning. But if he didn't make it to the finals, he didn't make it to the finals. How many times did Mike make it to the playoffs?
Like what? I'm just making
almost.
Like
I think
9,
almost.
10?
Yeah, but I say almost every year he made it to the playoff, with the exception of like the Wizards.
And maybe his rookie year he might not have went there. I can't remember because they would.
Yeah, like he broke his toe or something like that.
That was the second year.
Oh, his second year.
Yeah.
And then I think the year after that, Birdham called him like the closest thing to God or something like that.
It was the year he broke. Oh yeah, it was the year after he broke his foot. Yeah, he came back early.
Yeah, but again, that. But that's the other thing, and people, it's interesting to me how people skip over Kobe Bryant like he didn't exist, like we weren't having a conversation.
You know why they skip over Kobe though? Because Kobe, even though Kobe was great, he wasn't the one that LeBron versus Kobe, LeBron has a better impact than Kobe. It's weird to say, even though Kobe has more rings.
I agree with you, but at the same time, why are we comparing a small forward to a shooting guard?
Well,
why are we again? That's where I'm saying.
Hold on, LeBron really a small forward?
On paper, yes.
Exactly on paper, but when you take. We're not the ones who compare by stats only. We compare by watching the game.
And I'm a visual person. You mean to tell me you don't? And again, this is me because I'm a Kobe fan, and I'm not taking anything away, but that does play a part in it. I'm not taking away anything from LeBron James, but again, that's why it's like for me. And again, Kobe wanted LeBron to LA because it's the bigger picture. LA gets another championship. I want the best players on my team so the franchise can get a championship. That's the greater. So just
question for you. If LeBron and Kobe face off in 2009, who's winning?
Kobe. And the reason why Kobe's winning is because the one thing that LeBron has just started to attain that he's never had before was a killer mentality. Mike was a killer. Kobe was a killer.
Wasn't an accurate killer though.
Killer is a killer.
Wasn't an accurate killer. You can kill all day, but if you're not an accurate killer.
Kobe was an accurate killer.
No.
Towards the latter end of his career, you could see where he was taking matters into his own hands, in which he should.
He always did.
Yeah.
That's why him and Shaq fell out.
Yes and no. That's a lot.
Not saying Shaq didn't have a part of that either.
No, well, that I understand why Shaq walked away. One, because of age. Two, because
Kobe ain't passed him enough.
No, that has a lot more to do with money. That has a lot more to do with money.
But that's also a part of it too. To the latter of their time together, there was a growing feud between those two. Yeah. That's something we just can't ignore.
Yeah, but at the same time, they would have both told you off the court they felt that way, but when it's on the court, it's all business. It ain't about who didn't pass to you, this, that, and the third, because at the end of the day, you're trying to win. Now, how you go about winning is your own.
Exactly.
Is your own right, and but you can't. Kobe did what he did, and Kobe did it his way. Shaq did what he did, and Shaq will tell you, I did it my way. I don't care. I don't care. Lakers went 4, with Shaq, they won 4 out of the, 3 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4 or 5. Yeah, because they lost the Celtics, they lost to the Pistons. 3 out of the 5.
Oh, it wasn't the Celtics. It was someone. It was
no. They lost to the Pistons. Yeah, Lakers lost to the Pistons, and then the Lakers lost to the Celtics. Yeah, 3 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4 times.
Shaq wasn't there when they went against the Celtics.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That was the first Kobe.
That was the first Kobe. Yeah. But 3 out of 4 times, cool. If Shaq and Kobe stay, they probably break the record most championships ever won by a franchise. There's nobody that's beating them. And there's so many other things, like Chris Paul was trying to go to the Lakers, and then T-Mac was trying to go to the Lakers, and there was a whole lot of moving places that just, again, that didn't happen. But LeBron, and this is always funny to me. LeBron's first championship is because of Kyrie. LeBron's no. I'm sorry. That's not true. That's not true. Because he won in Miami first. D Wade and lockout all that time.
I'll put it this way. He won and lost his first championship.
The Spurs was if Tim Duncan doesn't miss that layup. If Mr. Fundamental,
let's go down this rabbit hole. Let's break down LeBron championships right quick, because I'm a former LeBron fan. I say former because I don't really watch sports like that no more. Because it's
we need Anthony Mercer here. Anthony Mercer would he would hate me right now. He'd be like, LeBron James is the greatest player.
He'll be screaming at me too.
Oh yeah,
he's my father.
Yeah. Well, let's walk down the LeBron championship rabbit hole right quick. All right, so first one against Spurs. Crazy he got there. We all knew he wasn't going because him and Allen Iverson had the same team, almost a lot of the same players.
Similar, yes.
When he first went there with Cleveland.
Yes.
Now let's go to Miami against the Mavericks. Folded
like an omelet.
And
D Wade couldn't do nothing about it.
Folded like a fat woman on a diet. Folded. Yeah.
Folded like a lawn chair. Oh.
Anyway, all right, folded. All right. Now the next year against OKC, should have beat them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. LeBron did what he was supposed to do. Cool. Yeah. D Wade started to get a little old, but he still had juice left.
Yeah.
Gets the Spurs. D Wade, a little less juice left. But if Ray Allen was on the team and Tim Duncan and Kawhi doesn't miss the free throws, he loses.
Yeah. Shout out to Greg Popovich for going to the Greg Popovich since his tenure, just about until recently, hasn't missed the playoffs.
We'll go back to that another time, another day. But
yeah,
let's keep going down here. All right, boom. Second time they get smacked because they Spurs shot almost 90%.
Yeah,
that was nuts.
Yeah.
Okay,
now Manu
first year in Golden State. Now, in my opinion, if LeBron has Kyrie and Kevin Love, I think they beat Golden State that first year.
I agree.
My sole opinion.
I agree.
But LeBron just didn't have enough that first year.
Then that second year they win.
Second year he had
Kyrie.
Enough.
Kyrie was
if Kyrie doesn't hit that shot, because everybody went cold.
Yeah,
everybody went cold.
The
whole
and
like
also,
5 minutes.
Well, okay, I'll take that back. Steph didn't have a great playoff series at all, and Draymond wasn't there.
No, Draymond. If LeBron doesn't pull shenanigans to get Draymond ejected, if Draymond doesn't give into the shenanigans as well, they lose. Yeah. However, if Steph comes through any of the games, any more of the games that they could have won.
Because Steph's playoff tenure until recently hasn't been the best.
It's the finals. It's not even a play. It's the finals.
It's just the finals. He just folds, man. He's the greatest shooter until the finals show up, and it's like
I think something happens to his brain, or something that happens to him that once he gets to the finals that he just doesn't bring. Because you remember when, we'll go off topic right quick. You remember against the Raptors when Steph had that shot to win that game.
Yep.
And he missed it.
I would have given it to Klay Thompson.
And he immediately put his head down.
Yep.
Because I even said to my mom, because we was watching it, because I was like, yo, his head is down because he knows that his career changed when he missed that shot. Yep. And he hasn't been talked about the same since that series.
Yeah. But at the same time too, though, and staying off topic slightly, and then we'll get back on topic. If I'm guarding Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, all of them,
he wasn't there at this time. This when KD was hurt.
Yeah. If but I'm just saying game plan for a healthy team. I'm honestly letting Steph and KD do their thing because I'm not gonna be able to stop them. Klay is the one I'm worried about because Klay Thompson is probably, in my opinion, the scariest Warrior to go up against because that man does what Steph Curry does. One, in placement areas, and two, he does it from the quote unquote correct 3-point range. The reason why Steph Curry is as great as he is because his 3-point percentage is high, but it's also from where he shoots the three. Klay Thompson does everything that Steph does, but right in front of the 3-point line. That scares me. That genuinely, because there's nothing I can do. That man dropped what? It was like 40-something points.
It was like 60.
Yeah, it's like 60, crazy off 11 dribbles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 11 dribbles. You dribble the ball. You dribble the ball 11 times and drop 60. Most people would dribble the ball 90 times and drop 15. Kyrie dribbled the ball about 300 times and dropped 30. That man did it off 11 dribbles. That is fear. Do you know what kind of fear that is to just off threes? Come on. That's fear. But going back to LeBron, lockout happens, wins the championship.
Yeah, that's the OKC year.
Yep, wins the championship.
All right, then next 2 years, he barely wins one, then he loses the other.
Yep.
All right, then he leaves. Boom.
Yep.
First year in Cleveland, almost could have won, but he didn't have his players, and
then he wins.
Whatever. But next year, Kyrie hits a shot. Boom. He gets the block.
Yeah,
gets the block too.
Andre Iguodala should have dunked that ball. I still don't know to this day why he went for a layup. That was probably one of the softest.
He was hurt. He's old. He was hurt.
He was his back. But if Iggy's not hurt, he's punching on Bron.
He's punching something.
He punching on Bron.
All right. Still okay. Cool. He got the block. Then the year after he loses because KD. All right. Then KD twice, 2 years in a row hits the game-winning shot in his face.
KD. But at the same time, the reason why he also lost that he literally tried to pull an Allen Iverson. Except for the only person that can pull Allen Iverson is Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson went against arguably the greatest Lakers team of all time and won one game. LeBron went against the greatest Golden State Warriors team of all time and didn't win it all.
Because
had the chance to win. J.R. Smith, if George Hill hits that shot, they win.
No, I always say about that game, if he didn't have a mental breakdown when J.R. Smith did what he did, they would have won that game. Yeah. Because
You're defeated. You're defeated. When again, that goes to show LeBron did everything right that game to keep them in that game. But when you have other players, it's like when we played in Ogs and we played them intramural games. We was doing everything right to keep us in the game, but when we pass into people and they literally are right in front of the basket and they can't make shots, what can you do? You're mentally fatigued. You're physically fatigued. There's a whole lot that goes into that. Just you train your entire life for that moment, and you fold. Not you, your team folds. It hurts. That takes a lot to go. But think about it mentally from this aspect. To go to the finals 10 times and only win 4. I would be hurt. I'd be hurt. I wouldn't personally, like you're a great player, but I wouldn't even consider myself to be top 10. Personally, think about that. Because I couldn't get it done. And that's me. That's not to take away from anything LeBron has done, because LeBron is the greatest player of our generation. There's no question about that. There's no when it comes and again, I don't like LeBron, but you have to give respect where respect is due. There is a big gap between LeBron and everybody else in the league. The only person that comes close is Kevin Durant, and he's hurt. Then you maybe got Giannis, but we saw what happened this year. And then you got Kawhi, and you saw what happened this year. LeBron had a cakewalk this year. I don't think he'll ever publicly admit it, but like
he's too arrogant. He won't.
I don't think it's arrogant. I think it's just
that's an arrogant nigga right
there. I won't say arrogance. I'll put it this way. All I see is victory.
Oh, yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Arrogance. I don't think that's
Is
arrogant.
It arrogant? It's just real.
That's just at the end of the day, a championship.
Two things can be true.
Strong being.
Two things can be true.
Is you won. But at the same time, if LeBron don't have AD,
I mean, shit, man.
If
Kobe didn't have Meta World Peace, hitting that shot when he was cold.
No, I agree. If LeBron doesn't have J.R. Smith in that,
if Kobe didn't go against the Magic that first year, second time anyway, he didn't go against the Magic that second time. He would have went back against the Celtics 2 years in a row. Is he winning 09? If the Celtics didn't get hurt anyway, I'll put it this way. They didn't get hurt. Then they faced
that. I'll put it to you this way. There's always teams like that because the Pistons shouldn't have beaten the Lakers. Any way you set...
You know why they beat them? Because they were smarter.
Yeah.
The Lakers are one of the most talented teams.
And that was the time where I'll give credit, Kobe and Shaq were fighting the most. And that's when they talk about it on their talk. It's like, yeah, I knew how to beat them, but I was just so focused on the game. I forgot about everything else that comes with it. And yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, Karl Malone and Gary Payton over there.
Yeah. How do you not win with that squad? And again, they a shell of what they used to be. But how do you not win with that? Gary got a ring with Miami. And so did Jason Williams. It's like, so you mean to tell me? But again, put it this way. If Kawhi don't hit that shot against the Raptors, the 76ers get smoked by the Warriors.
Hey, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
You
ain't wrong.
I mean,
wait, hold on. Didn't the Sixers have to go? Didn't they have another round after that series? Was that in the semifinals?
No, that was game 7. That was game.
Was that the conference finals or the conference semifinals?
That was conference finals because right after that they played.
No, didn't they go against the Bucks in the conference finals? Or am I wrong?
No. The I don't have my phone with me, but it's some. I think you might be right. But I believe it was the Raptors played the 76ers, and then they played. Yeah, check that for me. But I think the Raptors played the 76ers, and then they played the Warriors. But I could be wrong. Because also, if Kevin Durant does not get hurt, but that's why I was saying it's a series of unfortunate events. Because of Klay Thompson, is weird because that whole year, Klay Thompson was dunking a lot more, and I was like, I don't like that. No, but I didn't because I was like, that's weird for Klay Thompson to be dunking this much.
It was the Bucks.
Oh, it was the Bucks. They did beat the Bucks.
It was the Bucks. Yeah. So it was the Sixers then the Bucks.
The Sixers and the Bucks. Yeah, that's right. You're right. But yeah, because it was like the Giannis versus the Claw.
It was Giannis. That's when Giannis got shut down.
Yeah, completely. But again, and then it showed even worse this year because it's like, yeah, I guard who coach is supposed to tell me to go. Huh? If I'm defensive player of the year, I'm Tony Allen, first team all defense. I want you. No. I got him. He's dropping off. I got him. I want you guard him. That's the kind of, I want that. Coach told me that's supposed to be on me. No. Again, I'll bring it back to it. If we playing intramurals, was we trying to guard the person that wasn't? No. We was trying to guard that person. I'm trying to guard you because you can score. You can score. I ain't worried about him. He missed 7 shots. Why am I guarding him? Switch. I want him. Jimmy Butler. Think about it like this. This is LeBron's easiest championship and still lost 2 games. If Goran Dragic doesn't get hurt, if Bam Adebayo don't get hurt, I say Miami wins in 7.
They were too inexperienced, but
yeah,
I will say this: if he would have lost, I would not have been surprised because of who he was going against. Miami, they know him like the back of their hand. Mm-hmm. They know what his strengths and weaknesses were. So if they were going to lose, I wouldn't have been surprised.
I wouldn't have been, but at the same time, it still wouldn't have hurt LeBron's legacy. Him not winning a championship
this one, yeah. A little. It gives a little dent. It's a dent in it.
It is, but it isn't because the excuse would have been because of the bubble.
Nope. He had to rest.
Sure, but I personally feel that would have been the excuse. There was a lot going on.
It's an excuse, but you still like everybody says, if you step on the court,
you there to play.
You're reliable to play. You there to play. So it's no excuse if you step on the court.
I feel you. I wholeheartedly feel you. I feel like that would have been the scapegoat for him this time. It's the bubble.
In the media. The media would have given that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not giving him that pass. You lost. You 3 for 10. You 3 for 10 now. You 30%. Nah, really, you not even in the conversation no more. To be honest, you not with you. He just got 4. That's why I want let's really think about that. Mike got 6 in how many years?
6.
Kobe got 5 in how many years? 20. 10 is 8. 10 is 24. Yeah. LeBron got 4 in how many years?
18, 19.
It took you 18 years, and I'm not taking away from any of the other people that have won championships. Dirk beating Miami in that final was probably one of the most inspirational. Dirk beating Miami was the equivalence of the Celtics or the Pistons beating the Lakers. That's like anything is possible, because that was the year everybody thought the Lakers were gonna go against the Heat in the finals. Because they was the Mavericks were the 8. Mavericks were the 8s. Yeah. They was like this is the year, and everybody wanted that matchup because, and I honestly but this is also a guilty pleasure of mine, and this is going way back and just slightly switching off topic. If T-Mac doesn't leave the Raptors and go to the Magic, they go to the finals and they play the Lakers and they beat the Lakers. And here's why. That next year, T-Mac dropped 32 in a season against a prime Kobe Bryant, D-Wade. Wait, I'm sorry. D-Wade was not there yet.
That's 1998, dog.
I apologize.
It's not 98, it's like 2000.
It was just something like that. I'm sorry.
01.
I apologize. It's completely incorrect. Was it a prime Kobe? Who else was there?
Ray Allen.
Oh yeah, Ray Allen.
When he used to dunk.
Was Rip there yet?
Rip was it maybe? I don't know.
That was a weird time, but there's a lot of great players during that time, and T-Mac was he was unguardable. His Vince was there. Vince was there. I'm talking about you had name Shaq was still there. Everybody, you had dominant players. T-Mac just didn't have nobody. But if he stays with Vince and the Raptors, God, that's scary to me. That's my guilty pleasure. Do I really think they win it all? Probably not. But because the Raptors bench wasn't that great at the time. The Raptors bench wasn't that great at the time. But that's still disgusting. That's still disgusting to me. But again, that's at the end of the day, to wrap all that up, LeBron 40% from his career. He is top 10. He is top 5. I'm not putting him on Mount Rushmore just yet, but if he wins another one, you have to. It's mandatory because now you're 45%. You're 5 for 11. Now you're reaching Bill Russell territory, and if you win one after that, now you're on Mount Rushmore because now you're 6 for 12. That's 50%. I'm cool with 50. 50 ain't passing, but 6 for 12 look a lot better than 4 for 10.
Yeah.
That's me.
All
but
right.
Shout out to Bron. Shout out to the Lakers. Y'all won it. That was beautiful. I'm glad the Lakers got another franchise win. It was much needed, especially when Kobe passed away. Golly, this was almost felt like it was dedicated to Kobe. It almost felt like it was dedicated to Kobe, and that's why I loved it.
Shout out to Space Jam.
Yes. Shout out to Space Jam. I'm not hyped for Space Jam 2, but
they're gonna do that?
Yeah.
Listen, no one's hyped for Space Jam 2, so let's keep it 100.
I didn't even know about it.
However, let's go to. Are we all musicians here in some shape, form, or fashion?
Yeah. I appreciate it. I don't consider myself to be a good musician, but I dabble.
How are you involved in music? Because this is going to pivot off my next question.
I am Zay's inspiration, apparently.
What?
That's cap. I just
Give me that, dude.
I just appreciate it. I'm just
man.
a fan. I just appreciate all music, except for country. I ain't rocking with country. But I appreciate music. I appreciate all music.
You would think that country would really evolve by now. I feel like country has not done anything in the past 400
Baby,
years.
lock them doors and turn them lights down low.
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. Oh, actually, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Lil Nas, but I like the way. I like his energy. I like where he going.
Country trap.
I don't mind. I don't mind country trap. But it's country trap. So it's like,
I feel like trap just takes it. Once you have country trap, it's just trap. It's just trap.
Trap with country.
But I don't know. I haven't listened to a lot.
However, my next question want to go along of, in life, we all have a destination we want to do and achieve and obtain. However, at some points in our lives, maybe we're in it now, we all have to take risk and take chances. So how have one of you have taken chances and take risks in your life so far?
I'm living off of savings right now as we speak. The house that we are doing this podcast in is being paid for by savings, and I do not have a job. Although I don't consider it a risk. So the question is, what's the risk that we take as artists?
In life, have we all taken risks to get to a point that we're trying to achieve in our destinations, wherever it is that may be, or what is. I'm saying, what is one that you have taken in your life so far, or what do you think is going to be one in your future?
All right. Well, I would say, obviously everybody has different things they would call risks. For me, dropping out of school was a big risk. Although at the moment, I didn't really feel, I did feel like it was a risk, but I didn't feel like I was really risking anything. I guess at the moment I was like, if I stay here, I'm losing everything that I care about. Like, I'm losing my soul. I'm losing, like, pretty much my life. Like, at this point, like, it's not really a risk because it's like, I don't really have, it didn't feel like I had another option. But I would say that's the first thing my mind goes through when I think about a risk. Dropping out of school, that was crazy. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago now.
We in the house.
It's 2020.
And we in the house.
Whoa.
We did this.
It's not my house.
Hey.
We gonna get there.
I say, I'm gonna be honest. I play a lot of things safe. A lot of my moves are calculated, and I won't make a move. I literally won't make a move if, to me, the safety net doesn't reach it. So, and that's my. But at the same time, that's also my burden, because there's been a lot of opportunities that I've lost out on because I played it safe.
Give an example.
I had an opportunity. There, I can give you a couple examples. One of the biggest opportunities I've ever had was to, at the time, film a documentary about how North Carolina hip hop inspires a lot of hip hop around. It's not the same relationship, but it's not the same good relationship I had originally, but I knew Ninth Wonder. And if any of y'all out there know Ninth Wonder is your favorite producer's favorite producer's favorite producer. Like,
amen.
That man, and he's out of North Carolina, like North Carolina Central.
True.
Like,
Oh my gosh, Ninth Wonder.
That man is
not a man.
He's
God.
he's personally my favorite producer of all time. Like, there's
my favorite also.
There's no competition. And I've known him on a personal level. And just there was a lot of things that we were trying to do together that didn't pan out. But it was because I was in school and I didn't have a vehicle, and I had a means of transportation, but I didn't like the means of transportation. And we were trying to make it work, but people were flaking and schedules were always conflicting, and we always had things we were trying to do, but they never panned out. But I went a different route, and we still made a documentary, but it's a shell of what it could have been. It still was a great documentary.
I didn't know that's what it was going to originally be.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
Yeah, it was originally going to be that, and we were going to have that was the start of it.
That's great.
The second half of that was the second Dreamville that was supposed to be here. Damien and I were supposed to film all of that, and that was supposed to be a part of our docuseries. And that was, again, when Gary was there, I was supposed to film 9th and talk to him about that, and I was gonna bring Gary in, and I was gonna have him spit, and that be a part of it, and that would be the connection from Gary to 9th, and now he's in there, and then I can bring you in there, and then I can bring Ian in there, and I can bring you in there. You see what I'm saying? That was that moment for me. At the same time, too, a relative of mine is very in touch with the underground. He can get me in touch with any producer because he also produces. But with everything going on right now, we can't really. We're still trying to get stuff together, but he doesn't listen to any mainstream stuff. He only listens to the stuff he creates or the stuff that I literally send him. I've sent him stuff by my friends, and he's like, that's hard. Like, that's good. Let me get in contact with people and see if we can make something happen. But that's the burden that I carry. But at the same time, it's taught me, the one thing that all of these situations have taught me is that it's okay to say fuck it. It's okay to stay an extra 5 minutes. It's okay to stay an extra 10 minutes. Because don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will take care of itself.
That's actually what I was about to talk about. I think my biggest risk and I think it started a while ago. But what would have been a risk, I guess, what my past self would have called a risk that I've really been doing is just not thinking about the future. Like, really just being in the moment, in every moment. Like, every time I find myself kind of drifting outside of the moment, thinking about the future, thinking about the past, bringing myself back to the moment. And I would say the past me was not already, like, he would see this as a huge risk because everything I grew up on was have a very clear vision of everything, every step you're ever gonna take. But I will have it mapped out
to this, and
or
this is a really shout out to you, Zay. It's just like, it's because of Zay though, the risks that I have taken. The stories that we have are sensational. I'm talking about the greatest risk that we've taken together. We went to Philly, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, like so many different states, literally in like 3 days.
Traveling.
And we was just, and there was
on the road again.
There was nothing that could stop. It was like 12 hours or something like that.
That wasn't a risk though. That just was.
Right.
Was.
But again, that was, to you, that's lit. For me, that was a risk because at the time, I was substitute teaching at the time, and I had saved up enough I called it my emergency fund, but I had always wanted to. You're never gonna know why, because it was a dumb reason, but we did it.
We didn't spend that much money though.
Really?
I mean, well, until we reached
we spent some bread. Shout out to Rhode Island, by the way. Their rats are huge, but
what in the world? Really?
Just the experience was dope. But the reason why it was a risk for me is because my sister played for the Junior Olympics in Australia and won gold. My brother got to sing for the Queen.
The Queen
of England.
Of England?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, like
they still got a queen over there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
She's still alive. Shout out to the Queen.
Queen, Your Majesty.
But yeah, I haven't traveled outside of the country like ever. And
neither.
But it's like
inside the country, bro.
But at the same time, I never traveled up north. The furthest up north I went was like Delaware. And that was, but that was a family trip, and we were forced to go. And I didn't want to go, because it's like I'm around my parents. I ain't want to. You're limited because you're around your family, quote unquote limited. But when it was me and him, the sky. First off, don't ever if anybody on this podcast is ever meet Zay, don't ever say let's go somewhere, because he's gonna be like yes, and it doesn't matter. Like the first time we were supposed to go the year before, but I got cold feet and I was like nah,
and I went by myself.
Yeah, and you went by yourself, and I was like, this year I'm not gonna get cold feet, because I was scared because I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's go, and we went, and that was. The drive wasn't even that bad. You would think 12 hours would be impossible, but
I was asleep.
He was asleep the whole time. I know you drove like the first hour. You drove the first hour, and then would wake up every couple hours and be like, do I need to drive? Nah. All right, but go right back to sleep. I
would wake up. We would freestyle
for a little bit, and then we would hit the road. I'm talking about, and I didn't stop. At all. I know.
Like,
I take
Justin, please.
I stopped.
I see your eyes closed.
I stopped. No. I stopped one time to fill up water and grab cash, because we kept going through the polls and not paying, and it was really. And they were like, "You need to pay," and we were like, "No."
Since I didn't know, can I get this one pass?
Right. Just one time. So, and then come to find out, when we got on, we didn't even need half the money we had in our head. It was, but I got to meet a whole different side of your family I ain't never met, and that was amazing. And they accepted me. They were that like, was cool, you're a part of us. Yeah, you're our cousin.
Not a lot of my friends get to meet a lot of my family, because they're just so like around. Like my dad's side is on the West Coast and my mom's side is on the East Coast, and they're both in the North. Like my dad's from Seattle, mom's from Connecticut, and their families are like mainly stay around there. And we normally visit them. Like they don't. I mean, this is how it works out that we go to them. So not a lot of people get to meet them. So it was actually that was one of the most amazing trips I've taken. Yeah. Well, I've taken some crazy trips though. Like when I left college, things got really crazy, because like there definitely was the pressure and everything from my parents and like all these other pressures and just figuring life out. Like everybody knows what I'm talking about, but just the fact that I had a car, and then once I actually like moved out and I had an apartment and I was just like, there's no reason for me to be anywhere. Like nothing is tying me to anywhere. Like that is a good feeling.
Yeah. I will say also for me, and this is a dumb risk, but graduation. Like after you graduate and that first couple weeks where you don't have class anymore, like that was different to me. I didn't understand it, and I was like, oh, so that's it? And he's like, yeah. It's like, so you mean to tell me I was
job?
Right, exactly. Like job? I didn't the job I was supposed to have. I did my internship at Carolina Performance, and they were before that was literally right when COVID happened, and the conversation with them, they were talking about hiring me and Tim at the time. It was like 6 figures.
I remember you was telling me about how that white woman.
Yeah, but
you look strong and healthy.
Yeah, I was that whole, but that and I genuinely liked that job, and they wanted us to be there. But then COVID happened, and then big mom and like big corporate companies started tapping their pockets.
Oh,
it was like, nah, we can't afford to make that decision.
You know what was actually a big risk, and what actually felt like a risk at the time? Like it was a pretty hard decision when I finally left my job. Like when I finally like left. Like for me, because it was such a weird place that I was in, where it was like I hated my job, but I had this thing in me that was like, you shouldn't hate your job. Like this is the only way to get money. This is the only way to have. So like, don't hate it. Like if you hate it, it's just because you're lazy. Like you don't want to be working or whatever. But then there was the other side of me that was like, but what if I was doing what I love? Like I feel like I would be working so much more efficiently. And it was also when I hadn't really done all the work of like going deep inside and like really trying to figure out like what is my like true self, like just ignoring a lot of questions, stuff like that. But it was a hard choice for me to actually be like, you know what, I am not going to accept this. I'm not going to it's not gonna be me, and I might end up poor and homeless like out here. And that's gonna be
and that almost happened.
It still could happen. Yeah, I'm off of savings right now. Yeah, it still could happen. But it's also like
that's a testament to your dedication, though, because you did build up yourself to be able to.
That's the thing, yeah. And I could be poor right now. I honestly think I could live in the wood. Like, is that a flex? If I flex it right now, is that even a flex?
I don't know. Find out next time.
I could live in the woods.
Be like Bear Grylls.
But I do feel like the situations that I was scared of when I was leaving my job, I'm no longer scared of. The relationship I had with music was not where it is now, and which is I love where it is now. I love the music I'm doing. I'm loving the people that I'm meeting. Just like all of these experiences are just crazy, and so it's not a risk to me now. I know it was the right decision. Like it feels good and it resonates with me. But at the time, that was hard.
Oh, well, I guess another risk that I'm kind of moving in the direction of now is, as we were talking about earlier, with Twitch. That's I love playing video games. Mm-hmm. I do. I love playing video games. Not even from the sense,
and just that possibility, like getting paid for playing.
And because this is something your parents used to tell you. Get out the game. Get out the game.
Yeah. I'm training. I'm practicing.
Yeah, but all these niggas would want to smack their parents.
I would never get paid off.
Who's that? What was it? Fortnite nigga with the blue hair.
Twitch. I'm not Twitch. Ninja.
And Ninja. How much did he make? Like some millions, bro.
Yeah, just off playing. Now
I know his
the difference between I guess me and a lot of people that quote unquote take it seriously. I'm not in it for. I say I'm not in it for the money, but if I do get paid, that would be nice. But I just enjoy playing video games. I like playing video games with my friends and quote unquote content creation similar to this. I like talking to my friends. So putting a mic in front of us isn't hard because it's just still just conversation amongst friends. Mm-hmm. It's easy for me and it's enjoyable for me to do. Mm-hmm. Do I expect big monetary value or big fame after it? No, but I'm not going to say no to doing it. So,
I feel like the risk will come when it starts to be like you could be doing something else. Yeah, like you could be, putting in more hours at your job or whatever.
Right, but I choose to play the games, and I'm not quite there yet. But the first step is actually
find out.
Yeah, I was about to say the first step is just pressing that record button and seeing what happens with the games. And as I said before, I don't expect nor I want the instant gratification. I don't want the instant fame. I don't care for that. I want the slope. I want those long nights where I don't know if this was the right decision to make. Or I want those long nights where it's just I don't, because for me it's like no, I do though. And the reason why I do is because once you make it, you will appreciate it even more. Because it's that's like true. I even when everybody else told me no, even when I told myself no.
But that's also like maybe I shouldn't be looking so deep into it. Yeah, all right.
No, we can go down that route.
I guess it feels like that's like a egoic form of appreciation. Like to say that you did all these things, like you were like appreciation, like you could appreciate everything. Like you could appreciate
but that's where I'm saying throughout all I appreciate the journey all the way up to the destination. I want to experience.
Yeah, I might just be looking too deep into these things.
Yeah,
I be reading a lot these days. So every time somebody sparks something, that's I feel you. I'm like, I got something to say. You're wrong. You're unwise.
Nah, but it's just I and also a lot of the people that I watch, not only on Twitch and just on YouTube and things like that, they aren't ninja. They aren't all these big famous people. They're just pure, quote unquote, regular human beings.
It be those regular people that you find that be mad funny too. Like the people without. They be
I'll put it this way. And it's my dad told me this story. One of his best friends, his colleagues he used to work with, was walking by and ended up meeting the guy who owns the entire Durham Bulls stadium. No, the entire Durham, like that downtown district, he owns all of it, and he was just eating a hot dog. But you could never tell him
that too. I would be dead in the center of the Durham Bulls stadium.
But that's how I also want to be. I don't care for the instant fanfare. That's cool. Like you can have the Rolex or whatever in the cars, and I love me some cars. But like at the that's why I got the pocket rocket. Shout out to Smart Car, by the way. Shout out to Mercedes Benz and Smart Car. They really be holding it down for us. They don't manufacture them anymore, but they're if y'all ever get a chance to get a Smart Car, get one because it's one of the greatest experiences in the world. For real. But I just want to be quote unquote normal. T.I. once said,
it's like driving a chair.
T.I. once said, yes, it is. That goes really fast. The chair that goes 90 miles an hour. Yeah. But T.I. once said, I wish I could have all of the money and none of the fame.
What do you have to do to get it?
Yeah, but again, I wouldn't even. I just want to. I just want to be at a place to where me and all my friends are having fun, but that's what me and all my friends are doing now. Yeah. It's not there's levels to where we see like where we want to be and we're not quite there yet, but you can't deny the enjoyment that we're having now. And
I'm where I want to be.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. This is moments like this is what I live for. This is what I care about the most.
And I'm so glad it happened this way too. Like I'm so glad I didn't have any time to prepare for this. Like I probably would have, with enough time, I probably would have been thinking about this, been anxious. Yeah. Dre said, I'm on the way.
Yeah. And
there's a podcast.
And that's how we were a part of the first podcast we went. We was doing a music video for something else, and Dre was like, well, I got my stuff set up. Y'all trying to do a podcast? And I was like, yeah, I see him all the time. Like, and I'll never forget the first, and I told you earlier when we first started talking in the mic and put our headphones on, I was like, this is weird. Dre was
this is nice. Now that we actually settled in it, this is nice. Yeah. I almost just want to keep a microphone and headphones just on all the time. Like not record it, just hear my voice louder.
It feels good because it feels like
you can get all close to the microphone. So
you're not listening to yourself. No, yeah, it feels like you're listening to somebody else, but it's really
it's like you're listening to the podcast live.
Yeah, and it's a dope experience. And again, as I said, it's at the end of the day, all of this is a bunch of guys having fun doing what they love and just talking. Talk a whole bunch of literally
teaching you nothing. You're not gaining. If you're listening to this, you're wasting.
I'm glad you're here.
No, you're not listening. If you're listening to this,
shout out.
Stop putting out propaganda. No, we're not doing that.
We're not gonna make you laugh. We're not gonna teach you.
This is not funny.
We gonna laugh. We gonna laugh.
The world is falling apart.
But you don't.
Hey, just so y'all know. And well, I mean, he did record it, but we relatively 6 feet from each other. So COVID, you know what I'm saying? No, but this is just all of those are my risks. Those are my risks. Just and I wouldn't even call them risks. They're just things I'm doing.
Talk about risks. I went to the Chinese store today with no mask on.
Wow,
that's a risk. And I'm in a coffin. So that's not good.
Oh, my goodness. Wheezing.
To put me in a coffin.
That's crazy.
But
That's crazy.
Let's run on my shit then, man. So I guess one of my biggest risks is, well, one. To me, this isn't a risk, but some people may call it officially starting my LLC, Retro Soundwave Media. That's one. Two, and I'll lump it in with this one as well, buying the website, the domain for that as well. Three, signing myself up as an artist this year officially, so my music is out for streaming. So I got this is an old beat tape. I just want to test on, so I put a little old beat tape called Water. Want to check it out? Search Retro J Water on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
And also,
Wait. You said it's called Water?
Water.
Niggas can't swim.
Some can. Some can.
It's for the ones who can.
Some can.
You're going to have like 2 listens.
Some can.
I can swim to this.
Some can.
Yeah.
But
Drown in the beats.
But also, I didn't quit my job, but COVID made me quit my job in the sense I didn't want to go back. I said fuck it, and I ended up working at the recording studio that I interned at last year. So that's my only social income right now.
I should clarify. When I say quit my job, I meant I just stopped working. It let them fire me.
Gonna fuck up your whole story. It's like, oh man,
I quit my job. Nah, they let me go.
I decided that I no longer wanted to work there, and so I stopped working.
Oh, I actually did do that for Bellhops. So yeah, I haven't. I did like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did like 7 moves, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I talked to one of my friends about it. He's like, yeah, you just don't have to
walk away.
Yeah,
just do your thing.
It's not the best. Okay, listen, everybody out there that's listening,
and it'll disappear.
Don't do this. This is not the right way to do it. Do it professionally. But I mean, we in the house, so I guess we made it.
What now? So how confident do you feel about all this LLC that you got now? Are you a future planning type of person?
Yeah, I have a goal that I set for myself, and I'm gonna achieve it.
Hey, manifestation.
That's what I believe, and I know it's gonna come true.
Hey.
Because I'm gonna do the work to get it there.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking shit to say, oh yeah, I got a business nigga. Yeah, I'm about to fucking get a bag and blow that shit.
Yeah.
You know me. You know me.
You know me. You know what I'm saying.
You know me.
Yeah, but I it's weird because I have a lot of, as I said, like, there's people I used to be close to. I wish I was still close to them, but like, they're living that life. And they got the followers and they got the views. But it's like, I've been around them. And like, when they're like that, similar to what we were talking about earlier about social media, the social media them versus the them that they are. Oh, it's...
Your character.
Oh, it's... Bro, and that's why it's like, I had to separate myself from it. Because I genuinely cared about this person. And it's like, I hope they're okay. And I know they're okay because they're good. They're smart about it doesn't look like they are, but they're smart about what they do and what they don't do. They just choose to flaunt literally everything.
You just want to see me flaunt.
And it's crazy because I can't say that person's wrong in doing it because it's working for them. You see what I'm saying? It's working. It literally put him in the position that he is now to get everything. And so I congratulate him every time I see him, but it gets to the point now, it's like, I know the same people you know, but to a certain extent, I can walk into certain rooms you can't walk into. But it's character. You have everything that I would like to have, sure, but at the same time, I'm at a point right now to where there are certain rooms that I could walk into that you won't be allowed into. And I'm okay with that. I like being Nick Fury. I like being behind the scenes. I don't want to be seen. I don't like the fame. I don't like the attention. It's disgusting to me. Just like, I gotta be seen. Ugh. It's like I like to be in the background. I just like to be a fan. I like to watch things. And that's where I would like to be. But I mean, the direction that things are going, as you said, if I want to do it, I gotta put my feet down and I really gotta like make myself known. Even though I don't like it, even though I know it's uncomfortable, I gotta like put my foot down and just go. So
same thing I had to go through for the past few years since 2018. I lived my whole life kind of trying to be behind the scenes and trying to not be seen, not show my face, but with all the shit I do, I don't have a choice.
Yeah,
I really don't got a choice.
Yeah, it's
bro.
hard. It's hard to be, and you understand where I'm coming from. You also understand where I'm coming. It's hard to create something and then be like, I wonder who created it, and also be like, yeah, I wonder who created that. Like, no, I did this. Like, and that's why I feel the way I feel about that certain individual we were talking about earlier. Just because it's like that was our creation. And we didn't get any credit for it, but at the same time, I don't want the recognition. But at the same time, it's like I put
You want the recognition?
Yeah, I want the recognition.
I'll tell you, because
we
we came across paths with this individual. I think the main reason why we may have not had that same experience because of the roles that we played in creating those. When I did my thing, I didn't have a choice but to be in the driver's seat.
Right.
Because I was one of the main one moving the pieces.
Right.
Even though y'all were doing stuff, y'all wasn't present.
Yeah.
They didn't. They just seen you in the credits.
Yeah, I was about to say, I expected things to happen because I said them instead of being a part of the entire process behind the scenes. And you are exactly correct. This is why I'm as upset as I am about the direction that it went. But at the same time, I take solace in knowing that it still happened, and I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, the people that were in the room when it originally happened can't deny that I was there. And I'm cool with that. I've made my peace with it. And also, again, through all of that, I met Ninth Wonder. Like, I met all of these people. I did all these things.
I want to meet Ninth Wonder. What would I even say? I don't know.
He's cool.
He sounds
He's
so
cool.
like every.
That's
that dude.
His voice is deep. His voice is deep.
Yeah, I would say where I am right now, I think I need to be around more people like Dre, like people who really make plans like that, like envision plans and then make it happen. Because I am like, what I'm searching for is a feeling. I'm not looking for a certain place. Like, I don't envision myself in a certain place. All I know is that I there's a feeling that I felt before when I've been with some people rapping and some crazy stuff has happened.
Yes.
that's the feeling I'm looking for. And so it's almost like, thanks. It's almost like I'm just looking for that feeling. So I need people with that guidance, like with that drive. And because all I have is the skills that I've made. Like I practice music. I practice, I have the skills that I have, but if I don't have to, I don't want to worry about any of the technicals. Like, I just want to play music and get that feeling. I just want that feeling.
This is something I was talking about with your roommate here. I was like, if it weren't for COVID, you would be out playing everywhere.
Maybe.
Just playing.
I don't know what it would be. I don't know. I can't even start to fathom what it would be like if it wasn't for COVID, because so much has happened because of COVID.
It put you in a better position.
No, for 2020 has been my best year. Yeah. I will quote that. I will put that on wax.
I have to coincide you on that because for me, same shit. Like, reason if COVID never happened, I might not be back in the studio right now working.
If COVID never happened, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have the relationship we have.
We probably wouldn't have met.
Knows.
Yeah.
We probably wouldn't have met.
We definitely wouldn't have met.
Ooh, that's because of me. Ooh, that's weird.
Nah.
It's not because of you.
Tim brought me here.
Tim did bring you here.
And if we never linked up, he never came had to come to the studio, this doesn't happen.
That's true. That's not because of me.
You are because of your parents.
Yeah,
your parents because of their parents.
Facts. That's not because of me. I take no credit in this. This is just amazing. I love, like I said before, I personally just like being a spectacle and watching all of it happen. That's always where I want to be. I just want to be, and I tell this man all the time, and I say the same thing to you. I'm a fan first. I'm a fan. I may say like, hey, this might sound better this way, but at the end of the day, it's still your creation, and I just genuinely appreciate all the creative people that I am around. I like listening to them create.
Nice.
It's beautiful, and I will never be.
This nigga just acting like he don't got bars.
I don't be rapping.
Like I said, man, if anybody put their mind on anything, they can do anything they want to do, man.
I ain't a rapper.
That's a fact.
I'm just a fan.
But that
of
is,
rap.
but that be true. Some people just ain't supposed to rap at all. Like these niggas be like, bro, listen to my shit on SoundCloud, bro. Look, let me freestyle. Then they spit like 2 syllables, like every.
They
other
shouldn't be
snare.
thinking they're so good. Where does this confidence come from?
Everybody has a voice now.
It comes from yes men. It comes from people that is like. It comes from people. It comes from people that are really in your circle. That is like, yeah, this is hard. But they aren't seeing them. They're seeing the things behind them, the money, the fame, the recognition.
Look at Eminem Revival album. If he didn't have so many yes men, that shit wouldn't drop. And he wouldn't be complaining and came out with an album the next year trying to talk shit about how his album wasn't trash, but that shit was ass.
I'm not gonna disagree, but I'm not gonna agree. I would have to go back. It's been a while.
Yeah, I didn't really. The last. I will say this. I'm a fan of Eminem, but there's not a lot of Eminem stuff I can refer to. It's kind of like a hypocritical Eminem fan, but it's just.
I like Eminem. I like him. I don't know. Okay, so this is one thing I'm gonna just have to say. I do not watch any news from anything, like any outlet whatsoever. So like people be talking about like, how can you like Kanye when he blah blah blah? I don't know what Kanye's done besides 808's Heartbreaks. like his actual albums, his real music. Kanye. I like Eminem. All I know is listening to his music, but I like Eminem.
You like R. Kelly?
I never really listened to his music that much either.
All right.
That's crazy. The thing is, like, even before like all that shit came about his cases, I wasn't listening to him.
Yeah, I wasn't
his
either.
Popular songs.
Yeah, but that's it. I just like.
But you can't deny Step in the Name of Love though. You can't deny it.
What? That's banger.
No matter what he did, you can't deny Step in the Name of Love. He gonna step, side to side, round and round, hit the
what it is.
Step away, bring him back. What you see with the love step?
P.S. on the 7-year-old.
That got dark.
I just say, hey, he did it. I mean, when you go to Nigeria from Subway, you say Subway. That's the reason you went to Subway, because of that fat man.
I don't even eat, so I never even ate Subway that much.
Subway, a lot of people, they won't admit it, but a lot of people only went because he saw a fat man lose weight and was like, wow, healthy.
Subway is kind of sad to me. It's just sandwiches. You can't make yourself a sandwich at this point.
A $5 full on that was never $5.
You can't just put some meat and some cheese on some bread.
It's hard for some people.
It's rough.
Some people can't boil water.
It's true.
Some people can't make cereal.
Some people can't make cereal. Some people put milk in before cereal. Ooh. I want you to think about that.
That's rough.
Now, we all know that the only time milk comes before cereal is the second bowl.
This is what I gotta say about that. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. That's the only time.
Because I guess the best argument, the best in quotes argument I've heard, is that it remains crunchy at the top. Like your cereal like keeps its crispiness, but that's part of the game of eating cereal. You don't just eat a bite and walk away. Like eat your cereal, nigga. Like, eat your damn cereal.
Hey, that's the name of this podcast. Eat your damn cereal.
It doesn't get soggy immediately.
Bro, there was this guy at Peace. I respect the hell out of this man. He had one day where it was like a buffet of cereal. And like that was like his thing. And he could tell you the sog time and everything. He's like, you put this in there, you got about 30 seconds.
I don't know if I could vocalize it, but I know.
He's a serologist?
I know without testing it.
He's a serologist. He's a cereal.
He studies cereal.
He's a serologist. I was gonna say, I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, I was thinking about what too. Serial killer.
Serial killer. Yo, back in the day, I used to say I was a serial because I'm lactose, but I used to say I was a serial killer because my stomach would die. I was.
Remember when that was the only form of flirtation? Just lying. Just straight up lies that were not funny. Just straight up lying.
Oh man.
Hey, my dad's famous. He killed 20 people. What?
My dad has a gold tooth. He robbed it from another man.
Yo,
he ripped it right out his mouth.
Yo, I got a Lambo in the back of my garage.
Hey, no. I got you. I got a girlfriend. She go to a different school though.
She in Alaska.
Say on God. On God. Cap.
Show us a picture.
I can't. It's in the yearbook. Yearbook, you're in the 4th grade. You don't even
She's
get
5 years older than me. She's 15.
I found her on the internet, and I don't even follow her on Facebook.
This is MySpace? Yeah.
Those were the times.
Man. Shit, life was so much more similar when we was young. Just talking shit and talking shit about the little dude in Crocs with the Nintendo DS.
Nah, we was just dumb as fuck.
You remember Imagination? Like what? Oh, you remember go to the playground? You would have like season ending episodes of like life that was happening. Bro. And that was all your imagination is what can I do to get more money?
Speak for yourself. I be imaginating, yo. I be out here.
My imagination be like, maybe I should rob that bank. If I could do it, I wonder how.
Imagination is powerful, though.
Yes, it
in
is.
an adult mind,
That's
you
why
can
it's-
teach
that's why
yourself
they
things.
kill
You can
it.
surprise yourself. You can make yourself laugh. You can make yourself scared. You can literally
make yourself
sit there and if you ask yourself, can I make myself scared and let yourself go down that path? You can put fear in your own heart through imagination.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And that happened to me, and I was like, whoa, this is unfortunate because I was stuck. I was stuck.
Yeah, but I will say this. Getting yourself into that fear and working your way back out is a beautiful thing because
You just can't stop. You got to go all the way to the core.
I'm not there yet. I'm nowhere close to being there. But to have that control is so powerful because at that point it's like, what do you fear? What is fear but fear itself?
Exactly. That's real. That's really real. And I always heard it. It never was real to me until like I really had a deep just going into that for myself. Yo, fear really just plays off of itself. Like there is nothing to fear. Like but we don't gotta get into that right now.
Yeah, that's a day for another podcast.
That's another day.
Oh man,
Life is such a dream.
life is such a dream, Mr. Sandman. Oh man,
But shit, man. That's I guess shit. We've been talking for like 2 hours.
oh word,
2 hours?
Like 2 hours and 20 minutes. When we're rolling on there.
Wow, you want to end
like
with a
5
beat?
minutes.
You want to end with a beat and a freestyle?
Because that first
We can
one
end
was
with a beat.
trash.
We can end with a beat and a freestyle. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. But first, before we even get to that, though, make sure this is the DZN Podcast. I'm your host Dre, and I am here with Justin and Jay.
Yeah. Do we got to do the follows? You can follow me. I don't get on social media, but if you want to follow me on social media, that'd be pretty cool. My social media is very simple. It's _JE Foster on Instagram and on Snapchat. Don't worry about that because you ain't I ain't never on Snapchat. So it's just my Instagram is _JE Foster. If you want to go give it a follow, that's cool. And we got a lot of stuff coming. I'm hype about it. Will it work out? I hope so.
We gonna find out.
But nah, yeah, man, it's all love, man. It's all love at the end of the day. Yeah. What you guys say?
I don't have anything.
You got something, maybe. Shit, I don't
I
know.
mean, I have Snapchat, but Don't follow
What's
me.
your Instagram?
Don't follow me. I don't have anything on Instagram. Like, I have the Instagram handle, but there's only 2 posts from like 4 years
So what's
ago.
your Instagram?
Are you gonna revive it?
Don't follow me.
Don't follow me. Stranger danger. Don't
Follow me when it's time to follow me.
Bet.
When I'm ready for
Bet.
people to follow me.
All right. Well, like I said, as always, if you want to find us, we are the DZN Podcast on Instagram, d.z.n.podcast, DZN Podcast on Twitter, DZN Podcast Network on YouTube, and on all streaming platforms. You can look up DZN Podcast. That is on Spotify, YouTube, and everywhere else you get podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Podbean.
Hey, next time we do this podcast, let's go do it on the couch.
Pretty comfortable.
just separate it. Just do it on the couch.
Better get it tight.
Relax.
We gonna look over and Justin gonna be snoring. Like, Justin?
Huh? Stocks. Push to 9/11. Oh man.
Well, yeah. Also, you want to follow me? You can follow me on Instagram at retrod.r.e, and you can follow me on Twitter at retrodre_, and you can follow Zoe at young_Pluto08 on Instagram. You can follow Nas at nv.z_. And appreciate y'all whenever you listen.
Real quick before you end, I don't mean to cut you off. Shout out to Life. For real. Nah, like for real. Like
the game or the actual life?
No, life. Just, nah, everybody out
Not
there.
shout out to Life the Game. That's stressful. That is.
Nah. Shout out to Life. Make sure y'all getting y'all mentals, y'all drinking y'all water, y'all being healthy
water.
for real. Cause like, hey
Meditate.
man, COVID is real. Like,
But don't be freaked out by COVID though.
yeah, don't be.
Niggas is gonna be so like scared to be in the environment after this shit is like
Oh yeah,
done.
it's gonna be rough.
COVID like is one of the most traumatic experiences in
Yeah.
human like
real.
and at least our human lifetime. Besides that, and like 9/11 and some other shit.
But for
Meditate.
real, meditate. Hey, say I love you to your loved ones for real. Like it may seem like it don't mean, but it means a lot. Just make sure you shout out them. Make sure you say you love them, and they know that they know that you know. But still say it, cause it's cool, and I said so.
Brush your teeth. Load your AK.
Yes. Brush your teeth. Wash your face. Load your K.
Yeah.
Also, step out the matrix.
Yeah,
Don't be
for real.
involved. Step out of all the matrices.
And do what you want to do.
Know that any type of bad feelings, emotions, fears, just anxieties you have, they're there for a reason. They're not there for you to just suffer. They're there to show you that you need to.
So don't
some
dwell
things
on
in
them
order.
too much, but don't ignore them
okay.
at the same time.
There is an
and-
end to all the things.
And we love
God
you.
did not build a stairway to nothing. I like that quote.
Facts. And we love you all. And we appreciate you for taking the time out of your day.
Everyone.
Yeah, Justin speaking for himself.
I love everybody,
We
and
can't love everybody.
I appreciate you taking the time to listen to our voices.
We do appreciate whoever is
You like my
here
voice?
listening to us, though. We always saying the more the merrier. We listen. Y'all want to donate? Y'all want to pay? Listen.
Y'all do donations?
Hey, we are all accepting all.
I do have a Cash App.
I
will put that out there.
Yeah, I do have a Cash App.
If y'all really pressed to meet me, y'all can message me on Cash App.
Find out on the next DZN podcast.
Does Isaiah come out of poverty?
Or does he turn into Bear Grylls?
He said, I'm doing fine. I'm fine.
I peed in a bottle yesterday. I'm waiting for the sun to...
I did some whittling today. I'm good.
I think I ate a berry from a bush. I'm breaking out, but stage one.
Bro.
But yeah, if y'all want to donate, man, just hit me up on retrosoundwavemedia.com, or if you wanted to send it directly to Cash App, Retro Soundwave, and you can hit me up directly with Cash.
I don't know my Cash App, so just send it to him and tell him to donate it to me.
Yeah. I'll just give y'all my address. Just pull up. Give me the money.
Give me the money.
But also, don't be afraid to take risks in life, because if you don't take risks, you will not go anywhere. You'll just be stuck in the same place you was last year or last night.
And if you are afraid, go into that fear.
Yes.
Go into it. It's nothing. Because, I mean, what you going to be afraid of? You afraid
what
to go into your fear?
What is fear but fear itself? And it's scary. Look, we saying it like it ain't. It's scary. But that's what fear is. So
and
embrace it.
Once you really bring true awareness into it.
Once you bring true awareness, you approach fear like white people approach fear.
I don't even know what that means.
Do we want to end on that though? Stop. A lot was said today.
Oh my! All right. Just start the beat.
In life,
and with that said, good night to all. A Merry Christmas and a good night.
What in the fuck?
Fear. Have you seen my credit score? It dropped to 729. That was scary.
My heart skipped a beat. Oh my god.
My cholesterol rose a little bit. I had too much salt in my caramel macchiato.
White slavery.
Whew.
There were also white slaves. Stay awoken.
Stay woke. Shout out to Logic. White slaves coming soon.
Yeah. They need reparations too.
Oh my god.
All right, hey, start the beat, yo, because we really finna get in trouble. Oh man.
Yo.
It's the DZN Podcast.
I almost fell out my seat. This is why we need couches.
Hey.
Outro for your ass. It's the DZN Podcast. Outro for your ass.
Oh.
It's the DZN Podcast.
Outro.
Outro for your ass.
Do it.
It's the DZN Podcast. Outro for your ass. It's the DZN Podcast. Outro for your ass.
DZN or DBZ, give him heebie-jeebie-G's, make him pray to Jesus G, yeah, we coming, we the G's,
And you know we came with that free. Spitting shit when we were free.
Yeah.
Came in like Easy-E. Glasses on, I'm too shiny.
Yeah, 808s and BOBs. Coming in, I tap my feet.
Okay.
I like me to ski some ski. I pull on the beat and ski. Wait.
Ew.
I put on the beat and rhyme.
Yeah.
Hey.
I be rhyming all the time.
Yeah.
Rapper.
I got me some fine ass dimes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bought them yesterday with lime.
Mountain looking like I climb. I'm an eagle, I just fly.
Hey.
So I soar it way high. I don't like to stay by. I just drop to say hi. It's gonna be a great night. It's a great vibe.
Elevate.
Hey, I said elevate, and I taste it, man. I be out here looking for some greatness. So if you really talking about some fucking fake shit, then miss me. I be spitting it raw, naked, like A shit, like aces. We the kings, no queens. On the spot, no scenes. At a split, the scenes.
We the kings and we loving all the queens and we having so much fun and you know we off the ting and we know we off the beezy and we know we off the fun and we having some fun with my motherfucking.
Yeah, we got them rays and they shine off the bling. Pull up on the spot and I think, what am I gonna do when I wake up in the morning? I think I'ma grab me a drink. Yeah, I'm talking water.
Yeah, I'm talking water.
Drip, like the little tape that Dre did. Yeah, we talking about that new shit. Every time I dream is lucid. Talking no imagination. You must not have education. I work till I perspiration. I'm out here waiting, but the work be paying. So,
And the work be paying, and I gotta do it like we going Haitian, like we going stupid. And I got the movement, and I got the flavor, and I got the new kid.
Y'all be, but you cannot prove it. Don't know what I said, but I just use it to a section, to the next section. Bitch, I got my mind in. That's my only weapon.
That's my only weapon. Came in with your section, and we having fun. It's my Smith fucking Wesson. Smith and fucking Wesson. saying? And we from the city. That's the bull city. You know what we reppin'.
So I'm never stressing. Wake up, count my blessings. Yes, I gotta do it with my best friends. Yeah, we gotta do it. Never come in second. I don't got no seconds. Yeah, we gotta keep it wrecking. Yeah, it's so reckless.
Yeah, I feel a lot better about that one. That just still wasn't fire. Still, but it was a lot better.
It was definitely
than the first one. The first one was rough. I was stretching.
I was sad. I was sad.
You were lyrically stretching your rubber band, stretching your lyrical rubber band, sir.
Nigga, I got depression.
That nigga's weird.
Oh man, shout out to Zach Fox.
Facts. The beam kicked in. That's my favorite song, honestly.
Yeah.
By him.
Okay, guys, goodbye.
This was really fun.
Yeah.
Well, once again, man, appreciate y'all for any whatever time you're listening to this, any morning, noon, or night, whenever you're listening to this. Appreciate y'all, and we are
preferably in the morning, so you're discombobulated, so you don't really hear what we're saying.
And if you're trying to go to sleep, yo, wait.